Hi, today we are going to work on a HEV system. We are going to use a path element on which the HEV is going to move. They're going to pick up something, drop off somewhere, and after we have completed doing that, we are going to try to do something that after the drop of the item, they so that they can go back to the home if no more tasks are there. Okay. So let's start. First thing, we're going to create a new model. So first thing we're going to do, we are going to draw the network, which is going to be the path. So we're going to use the straight path element. We are going to draw the path. Okay. So uh, so this path has to be connected. See if these are successfully connected, you are going to observe this cross sign. Okay. So if there is a cross sign, it means that the paths are successfully connected. Okay, so we have got four cross. That means all the paths are connected. Now we are going to draw the parking space for the AGV. So I'm going to take another straight path, connect them like this, another one like this, and the last one. Okay, so I can see there are some, uh, so these are connected. So I'm going to turn this path as a two-way, only these lines. So when I am going to make them two-way, you'll see that the direction becomes both ways. So this means that the AGV can travel this way and also this way. Now let's have a source block here and the QE block here. Let's connect the source block with the QE block. Say every 0 to 60 seconds, they're going to produce a box, and we're going to have some points, which is called control point. So we're going to place one here, we're going to place one here, here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to connect this key with this control point. Okay. And we are going to have a sync, which is going to be here. Just going to create the connection here. Okay, so now we are going to create the AGVs, which is we are going to use the task executor. I'm going to place one here, another one here, one here, and here. Okay, so now I'm going to connect them. So we're going to have some more control points, and we are going to connect it with this one, this one. Okay, so now we are going to connect the AGV with this control point. We are going to use it as a traveler AGV. Similarly, okay, now we are going to create a group. These are my AGVs. Let's call it AGV. This one, and also tax executor 4. Okay, so I've created a group called AGV. I'm going to create another group for this control points, for this 4 control point. So these are my home nodes. I'm going to name them as home 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now that we have done it, we need to create a process flow. So we're going to save this and name it as FlexSim AGV. Okay, so now we are going to create a process flow, a general process flow. We're going to take an event triggered source, place it here. So the event triggered source is going to trigger when a box enters the queue. We're going to name item and we're going to assign it. Okay. Hmm. So on source, the token is going to enter here. After entering, what we need to look for a resource. So I'm going to create the resource. It's going to be AGV, and the resources should be the group of AGVs. Okay, they should get the AGV. Token dot resource. Okay, that should be fine. After acquiring, they should create a task sequence. Hmm. So the task sequence is going to be fine. This is fine. Task sequence, task executor. Okay. So now this should load their destination. Okay, before load, they should travel. Hmm. It should be task sequence. The destination is going to be, they're going to pick up from here. So it's going to be control point 1. Control point, then when they arrive here, they are going to load, and again they are going to travel to again they are going to, so they should come here. So this control point 3 is going to be the destination. So after that they should unload. And that should finish the task sequence. After finishing it, they should release the resource. Hmm. They should release token dot resource. Okay, and that should be the end. Okay, so I'm going to run it and see if this is working as expected. Okay, so after 60 seconds, one box is produced. One of the AGV is going there. They have loaded it. Okay, so on at unloading there is an issue. Okay, so they should leave it at sync. Hmm. So there is some deadlock because we have four. We don't have four control points. We have one, two, three. We need another control point. So I'm going to add a control point here. Hmm. Another one. Hmm. So they're working as expected. Now moving on to the next part, we want them to come back to the home location if there is no task. Now we can see even when they don't have any work, they are they are in the loop. Okay, so we are going to try to figure something out to handle this. So we're going to have another source, event triggered source. and this is going to be triggered by the group of AGVs, and the event is going to be on resource available. After this, I want them to take a break of 0 second. Okay, now I want to create a zone so that the tokens that can enter can be limited. Like we have got uh, four AGVs. I don't want multiple tokens from the same AGV. Okay, so we are going to use one, and we are going to have a block called enter zone. I'm going to just connect it and token.agv. We are going to name it as token.agv. Okay, once you have done it, I'm just going to save it. Enter zone, and we are going to have a decide logic here. I'm going to connect the output with the input. So at the enter zone, the reference is going to be this one. We just need release token. Okay, so decide, they're going to enter the zone, and we are going to have another resource called the home. So let's call it the home. The resources is going to be the group of home locations. Okay, so after decide, I want them to acquire the home resource, acquire the home resource, and I want to start or create a task sequence. Hmm, Create a task sequence. I'm going to name this as home location. Create task sequence. I want them to travel there. Home location is going to be the destination. After traveling there, I want them to wait. Wait for uh, wait for the AGVs to get a task. Hmm. When they are going to get the task, they should send a token that should get out of here. So in order to get out of here, I need to finish the task sequence. I need to release the home location, and that should be the end. Okay, so release, they should release a token. So acquire token.home location. So this will also be home location. Okay, so enter, there should be two connections. Okay, okay, we need another thing. Uh, enter zone, finish task, release. There should be another one, exit zone or something like that. Hmm, exit zone. So I'm going to have the exit zone here. Okay, so enter zone. So is that also, I want them to just come here. Another one from the side, I want them to come here. Okay, so the logic is going to be, if already there is a token in this area, a new token must not enter. Okay, so this should go through the destination 2, which is this path. So in the zone, view status, or more properties. Okay, so in the zone, we're going to have a partition for token.agv. So this will ensure that for one AGV, there multiple tokens cannot come inside. So if there is multiple tokens here, they will just simply go to the sink. Okay, so here I can see this is the first one, this is the second one. So the release token has to go through the second one, and also we need to, in the decide, we need to have a conditional decide, which is going to be object exists token.agv dot as task executor dot active task sequence. Okay, so if this is true, it should go through 2, it should go through 1. So if this is true, they should come directly here. If not, they will just go through here. Now let's see in the, that should take care of it. Let's see. Okay, there is a problem. Uh, so they have come through here, which is okay. So they have acquired the home. They're trying to token dot resource. Okay, so here the task executor is going to be the AGV. Okay, and in the exit zone, we have to specify which zone they are trying to exit. This one, and the task sequence here should have a high priority. They should be able to preempt. So this one has a higher priority compared to this one. Okay, so here instead of the full group, let's have just the AGV. Okay, so here let's do something. Let's take the finished task sequence, put it here, and let's connect this one with release. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so let's just see. By, let's have like every 2 minutes. Let's have a box. Something is not right. Okay, so this is one, this is two. One is going to acquire, two is going to exit zone. So if this is true, I want them to go there. If this is false, they should come here. In the enter zone, 1, 2. Okay, so number of tokens should be less than or equals to 1. Okay, so now, okay, so this is okay right now. Okay. So now they are coming back if there is no task. Okay. Okay. So let's have a review what we did. Firstly, we created a flow for the AGV to collect the box from here, drop it here. After that, we worked on a logic that would tell the AGV to come back to the home location if they don't have any task. So if, in order to do that, we used zone block and decide block. So the zone block prevents multiple tokens from single AGV, and the decide block checks if there is any existing uh, task sequence from the main flow. If there is a task sequence in the main flow, then this is overwritten. Okay, then they just go out and they have to work. So I hope this session was helpful, and this can be implemented in multiple ways. One could be a charging station for the AGV. So I would like to welcome you to the next lecture, which will be released very soon with our new problem. So until then, I wish you good luck, good health, and see you in the next video. So thank you and have a great day.